Hey guys, what's up? Alec Torelli here, and today we are going to be talking about MiamiCoin. It's first of its kind, quite revolutionary because it's the first time in history that there is a coin that represents a city. So it is a coin representing the city of Miami. It's named MIA after the airport, and it's really interesting because we have this new phenomenon where people can essentially bet on and reap benefit from while supporting their own favorite city. Now, the only city in the world this is available for is Miami. San Francisco is coming soon, but I envision a world, and if you listen to my last podcast, with Michael Healy, the founder of Unit, we talked about a world where there's going to be a city coin for every single city. There's going to be an industry coin for every single industry, like music, art, yoga. And there's going to be a creator coin for every single individual, like the Alec coin, the Justin coin, the Michael coin, etc. So this is really the first. It is pretty interesting. It is built upon the Stacks protocol, which is Stacks blockchain, which is built on Bitcoin. So I'll walk you through exactly how to use it. But first, let's start about the CityCoin. So supporting your city should be as simple as holding its CityCoin. So that's really the premise here, is that you're supporting your local city by having this CityCoin. Now, what's the value of the CityCoin? Well, first of all, 30%, if you look at the docs here, 30% of all the money goes to a reserve treasury that can be used by the city. So 70% of the money goes back to the people that stake the coin, that earn it. I'll talk about that in a second. But basically, it's a 70-30 split. So 30% of all the value that's generated from people that are mining, that are minting the coin, goes directly to the city treasury, and the city can access this money at any time to do whatever it wants. So it's essentially a Patreon account for the city of Miami, because then they could build roads, they could build schools, they could build infrastructure, build monuments, build stadiums. They could do anything they want with this money. So they could give it to charity, they can improve their infrastructure, and so there's a lot that the city can do with it. So by utilizing the city coin, you're essentially supporting your city. And if you have, depending on what their protocols are, what their procedures are, the money's going to be channeled in that direction. It's really undetermined at this point what's going to happen with the treasury, because this launched on August 3rd, and so obviously there's not that much money in the treasury, but also it's never happened before. So it's really an experimental thing, and the mayor of Miami's been extremely evangelical about crypto, telling everyone, we want to be the crypto hub of the world, come here. So it really makes sense that this coin is launching in Miami. So how does it work? Well, first, each time a CityCoin launches in a new city, the only way to obtain tokens is to mine them. Now, this mining is a little bit maybe perhaps confusing of a word, because traditional mining is you need this huge rig, you need all this computer CPU power, and you need to mine for something like Bitcoin. That's not how this mining works. Anyone could do it. You could do it from any computer. You just need Bitcoin and Stacks, which we'll talk about in a second. But first, it's important to know that no CityCoins are issued or distributed prior to the start of mining, and CityCoin mining process relies on the Stacks protocol, which is a network that's built on top of Bitcoin. So basically what you need to do is you need to have Stacks. The currency is STX. You could transfer your Bitcoin for Stacks on any exchange, and then you stake your Stacks to mine MiamiCoin. So that's really all you're doing. It's more like of a stake than it is really mining. They call it mining, but it's pretty simple to do. You just buy Stacks on any exchange, and then you pair that with MiamiCoin to stake it. So there are no hardware requirements for mining CityCoins. So it's, again, no hardware. And in order to mine CityCoins and compete to mint them, all you need to do is transfer Stacks to that CityToken smart contract for a given block. So you have your Stacks coin once you exchange Bitcoin for it, and then you transfer it to the CityCoin smart contract. After miners have submitted this, a winner for that block is selected by a random function weighted by each miner's bid relative to the total volume of bids sent in that block. So the more that you stake, the more likely chance you are to be randomly selected to bid. It's kind of like having those raffle tickets that you had when you went to the fair. If you have one raffle ticket, you're probably not going to be selected. But if you put 100 of those tickets into that bucket, there's much bigger chance that you get selected. And there's an example right here that walks you through it. So the mining rewards, let's talk about that. In order to ensure the security of the platform, miners must wait for a maturity window of 16 hours before they can claim their mining rewards. So pretty much instant. It happens after 16 hours. You have to wait a day, but you get your rewards. After this, miners can claim their rewards at any time. Note that new CityCoins are not actually minted until miners claim them, which means that the total supply will only increase once miners claim their rewards, which they're probably always going to do. So, what else? Important to note that 30%, there's a 30% rake essentially, because 30% of the STX spent by miners is automatically forwarded to the reserve wallet for the city. So this means like you put up $100, you earn $100 in a reward, $30 of that is given to the Miami City Treasury, whereas 70% goes to the stackers, they call it, who get the reward for mining. So it's quite interesting. I'm really curious to see how this plays out, if a lot of people are going to be staking their MiamiCoin. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about these CityCoins? Are you interested in it? Do you think it could work? It really does align incentives with the community of crypto and a city, because they're incentivizing people to lock up funds and to mine these coins. And then in doing so, they're giving a percentage of the yield to the city. Now, there's questions that are open that remain to be answered, such as, all of this is coming from inflation, right? They're printing this MiamiCoin to give it and distribute it to stakers. So are they going to be printing too much of the coin? Like how is it going to store value over time? I'm really curious to know if people are actually going to hold the MiamiCoin, or are they just going to mint it and then get rid of it? But either way, it serves its purpose, because it's 30% of that money is going toward the city. So the city makes its cut regardless, but are the miners going to profit enough off this coin that they are going to continue to mine it long term? So let's say MiamiCoin is a beta, it's an experiment, it's a test. How well are the miners going to profit? Maybe the early miners are going to profit more, but later miners, are they going to really profit a lot? And then when cities open up around the world, like San Francisco, LA, London, is this going to catch on? I think I'm pretty bullish on this overall. I'm not going to be mining MiamiCoin at this time, but I think that long term I can see there being CityCoins working through the crypto infrastructure, and it being really exciting to see all the new developments that could happen because of this. All right, thanks for your attention. I'm Alec Torelli. I have a lot more content on this subject here. Definitely want to check out my interview with Michael Healy and Unit, the future of the economy powered by Unit, where we do a deep dive into CityCoins and how they could transform the future. So check that out. Thanks for your attention. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time.